anyway, you know, we fight for the rights of who you are, what runs through your veins, the blood that runs through your veins. We honor our women, our children, nurturers, because without them, we would not exist. So I just wanted to say it's very tragic why we're here, but we're united. That's all I gotta say, and it makes my heart warm that Jonathan is here with us and showing us that we do matter. We do have a voice. Doesn't matter who you are. So I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for showing your love for Jonathan. And I would run into him here and there at powwows, and he was so funny. You know, he would walk up with his pepper or whatever he would sell, and he would always say, "Hey man, you gonna get some of this? Everybody has it." So yeah, a good friend of mine used to buy from him all the time. So, but, like I said, thank y'all, and I hope.
I told you it's a drone. It's a drone.
Hello. My name is Jennifer Rios, and I never got to meet Jonathan Joss.
Why is it flashing?
I wish I
It was
did.
part of recording.
We're from the same Taramaru bloodline. I was raised in the military. I didn't get to know Native people when I was growing up. So to see a Native actor in any sort of form, and him being, as a cartoon, was beautiful. It was beautiful to see a Native as a cartoon. It was beautiful to see him in Hollywood, or portrayed to be in Hollywood. He's in Texas, but anyways. And then what Tristan has been sharing on social media means the world to me. I didn't become a super fan on his Facebook until he passed. That is extremely sad. I haven't cried today because I've been crying for a week. And he has been giving me the power today to stand and to try to have a little bit of joy. Isn't that beautiful? Those are the people we need to protect. And when you think of someone so close to you, a neighbor that you should, love thy neighbor, I hope you take that home. Take home, looking your neighbor in the eye, hoping that they need help, calling someone if they need, being that person, being that support. Because we're all that we have. We don't have a government right now. We don't have people that care about us. We are the people that care about us. So please take care of us.
And I was just talking about that.
I
know. I was just talking about that.
Haroka, I believe. I'm not good at Native, but it's supposed to mean jokester. Tristan shared it on Facebook, and I looked it up, and I kind of understood a little bit more about it. And to be a jokester, to be someone that is super easy to just talk to and be surprised by and just enjoy life, be in the moment, is something that I want to do for the legacy of Jonathan Joss. And I actually made an LLC. I work on motorcycles, and it's called Wimatanya Workshop. Okay, that's how much King of the Hill affected my brain. And the thing is, it was Victor Arrow that did the voice in season 1 of King of the Hill. He died in a car accident, and then that's where Jonathan Joss came into King of the Hill. He said in an interview on WAH, like how they do for the guy, the Hill guy. I watched it, but I don't remember. Hank, thank you, Hank Hill. Yes. And so there was a podcast, and they had him on, and that was his last interview. And on there, he says he's a passionate fucker. I'm a passionate fucker. These passionate fuckers aren't going anywhere. That guy, the neighbor, can someone tell me the neighbor's name? Because I'm just, what? No, the actual neighbor, the one that shot him.
Okay.
What? What's his name, though? Let's say it. Honestly, we need to know his name so we can hold him accountable. Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, I want you to know that you are going to jail. You are going to hell. If Jonathan is win, I am fired, motherfucker. I'm a true spirit, okay? I know my power. I stand in my power. I wish I would have got to be my brother. But here we are. Where are we going now? I don't know where Tristan went, but I was going to give him something. And I just want to pull it out just to show y'all. Because I was at Gathering of the Nations last year, and I was in New Mexico for the first time. And I got to understand what Native is in New Mexico. Please go to New Mexico, Albuquerque, and go to Gathering of the Nations and see these beautiful people dance and gather and regalia. Just try to remember the history of where they came from. And yeah, the four corners. You know, all rivers flow into the ocean. We're all rivers. We all make an impact on this life. Please don't put toxic waste into the river. Protect your childhood and your joy.
No.
And just Rios. I am Jennifer Rios. Yeah. And it's nice to meet a fellow Rios. But we are all rivers. Just remember how powerful we are. And how much women matter, and how much Jonathan loved Brittany Murphy. Well, that's not Brittany Murphy, right? Like, that brings us all together here. Brittany Murphy was a beautiful person. He knew that. He talked about her when she was gone. And I think that we all need to remember to talk about the people that are not here anymore, and to remember their legacy, and to remember to take something from that. And I hope you take something from me and come in, like get an old rusty motorcycle and work with it, with me, and ride with the wind. Thank you.
Hi, I'm another Rios. My name is Robert Rios. My acting name is Bobby Rivers. Like she was saying, the rivers, right? They gotta run, they gotta flow free, they gotta be pure, right? Gotta take care of our rivers. Just like we gotta take care of each other, everybody. We have to take care of each other. We gotta keep an eye on each other, watch each other. It doesn't matter who you are, what we do, or how we go about it. We just gotta take care of each other. I was the last guitar player for the Red Corn band. John Redcorn. And I performed with them Saturday, the day before they shot him. I was on stage with them. I got to stay on, I got to spend the last few hours of his life. Why do you keep backing up? I got to spend the last few hours of his life with him, which was, I'm going to cherish those last moments all my life. It happened Sunday. I didn't find out till Monday morning. I know Tristan called me Sunday. And then he called me Monday morning and let me know about the bad news. He never said the death word. He never said Jonathan's gone. He just said that we won't see him any longer. Which is true. But we will see him again one day, right, brothers and sisters? We will see Joss again, right? Don't ever forget him. He brought a lot of entertainment to us. He inspired me to get into acting. So he would have inspired anyone as well to do what you want to do. It didn't matter what you were going to do. He would inspire you to do it. That's what he did. Yeah, keep on trucking, keep on moving, do what you got to do, right? So don't forget him. Today's a good day. Today's a great day to keep him in our hearts and always remember him. And long live John Redcorn, Jonathan Joss.
Thank you so much. I think we're going to try and wrap up now with time. I do want to do one logistics. Someone left a cell phone, so please come to me if you left a cell phone behind or know of someone. But we are going to wrap up here.
Right here? Okay. Hi, my name is Rob. I'm very sad to be here, of course. In February, we gathered here today. In February, we gathered here for Sam Nordquist. We're all familiar with what happened to Sam Nordquist, and he was murdered because of transphobia. And now we're here honoring and doing the same thing for Jonathan, who was murdered because of homophobia and a victim of hate crime. I'll choose to remember Jonathan every day when I live and I breathe, and I advocate for liberation of our people. So I just wanted to say thank you for the people who organized this event, and thanks for everyone for being here. The murder of Jonathan Joss has hit the queer community and indigenous community of San Antonio hard. But the violence is not new to us. The people suffered through mistreatment, displacement, dispossession, and death at the hands of not just police departments, not just ICE or the military, but from the whole damn exploitative capitalist system and everyone who upholds it. Shame on SAPD for ignoring Jonathan and his husband for years and allowing this hate crime to happen. Sigfrido Ceja Alvarez was the man who murdered him, and the reason that he murdered him is because it's a symptom of the same violence that we see used against marginalized people all over the world. From Palestine to Rio Grande, there's no peace on stolen land. How dare the chief of police, Chief McManus, show his face here today after they said that it wasn't a hate crime, that there was no evidence that to deem this murder a hate crime. How dare he show his face, and how dare we even share space with him? I don't know if you saw him over there, but he was doing a press thing, right? He was waving to people down the street as if he was like Princess Diana. Now this guy, he helped make sure that Jonathan was murdered because he didn't listen to any of the calls, anything like that. So where is the justice when police neglect violence and when the police allow for murdering of our people? Shame on SAPD for showing their cowardly faces. They are powerless in fighting homophobia, just like every capitalist, private property protecting class trader out there. Abolish the racist police system now. We can't share space with them anymore. They're the reasons that this happened to Jonathan. They ignored him, and they ignore every single one of us every single day. We cannot allow them in our spaces. I don't know if he was invited. Somebody told me that he was invited. I don't know if that was a lie, but someone needs to find out if he was invited or not, because that's completely disrespectful to all of us here. Do not allow him to be here. And if people stand up to the police officers, do not tell them that they shouldn't speak up, because that's what happened to Jonathan. Nobody spoke up for him to the police officers. Please, speak up to the police officers and tell them they're not welcome in our spaces anymore because they murder us. The media is also complacent as well. News 4 was here. They're here covering our anger, our sadness, but I don't think they have even said that it was a hate crime. I don't know if any media people or whatever they want to call themselves have said that it was a hate crime. They ignore what happens to our people, and they're complacent in it. Instead, they immediately shared everywhere that the police of the San Antonio PD said that there is no evidence to deem it a hate crime. That was the first thing that they reported on. They work with the police, they move with the police, they don't move for us. So I don't welcome the media here either, and neither should you. Not listening to women, queer people, or people of color is how SAPD is supposed to function. It's not a mistake that Jonathan's report fell on deaf ears, that countless amounts of rape kits go untouched, and that domestic violence victims are ignored. After backlash from SAPD's false claim that there was no proof to deem this a murder, a hate crime, spineless Chief McManus said it was way too early to say so. My bad, I'm sorry that I said that. Is this why we give SAPD 2/3 of our city budget to make false claims with no investigation? Right, why do we pay them? So they can make false claims and smear the name of our people like Jonathan? Cops and courts do not protect us. Cops and courts protect white men, private property, and themselves. All we are is them to them is a threat and a nuisance and laborers to keep in check. I already said that cops don't belong in our spaces, nor do corporations, and nor do phony politicians. Because I don't think most politicians have said anything about what happened to Jonathan. And they don't say anything when people are being displaced because they're unhoused because they can't find housing. They don't say anything when we're getting fired at our workplaces because we're trying to organize for worker rights. Where are our politicians? I think there's one here, so that's cool. Yes, we have LGBTQ plus orgs, and they're all here today. These three entities, corporations, the police, and who else? Politicians. These three entities use racism, sexism, and patriarchy to prop themselves up and to make profit and protect themselves. Our movements, language, and love has been corrupted and co-opted, and we must take it back. If you're interested in organizing towards reclaiming pride and creating a true revolutionary space where we can actually stand up for people and ensure that this never happens again, there's a coalition called the Gay Agenda that meets here on Saturdays at 2 p.m. So please come and check us out so we can figure out how we can stop this from happening over and over and over again. Thank you. Thank you.
I'd like to invite our last speaker.
Long live John Rancorn, and I just want to shout out my favorite show, Parks and Rec. Long live Ken Hotate, the chief of the Wamapoke Indian tribe of Pawnee, Indiana.
Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody for speaking. I'm grateful for everyone here for listening and processing these words. I'm grateful to the elements, to the Creator, my ancestors, and your ancestors for bringing us here today. For everyone here, what comes next? For some of us, that looks like getting involved in the various ways that we need to, like grassroots advocacy, mutual aid. But we need to protect our most marginalized and vulnerable communities. Jonathan's violent murder confronts us with the question of how and who would show up for us when we're struggling and the intersections of oppression. Too often I see my community infighting. And as if there's not enough hostility from those who want to literally erase us out of existence, we just need better ways of building accountability and transformative justice. We need better systems rooted in sustainable ways of relating to each other. Our solidarity and abolition starts with us. So please take time to connect with us here at the center. We invite people to go to Ike Chula. We'll be doing pod mapping and Queer Know Your Rights. You can also stay here and listen to a representative from Afro